A very good morning to all the students. This is Veena teacher. We are in the chapter Caring for Soil. Let us quickly recapitulate what we have seen in earlier module. In the previous module, we have seen the contributions of Tarun Bhagat Sangh as well as Aurobindo. In today's module, we are going to start with fuel wood crisis. Now, let us first understand what is the meaning of the word crisis. Crisis means a time of intense difficulty or danger, and crisis is also a time when a difficult or important decision must be made. Now, the crisis that we are going to talk about today is about the using the fuel wood. So, using the fuel wood is certainly not a good thing to the environment as well as to the people, and it causes lots of problems. We are going to discuss in this module about the crisis that is created because of the using of fuel wood. In India, more than 67% of rural households depend upon firewood or wood chips for cooking. More than half of the global population lacking clean cooking facilities live in India, China and Bangladesh. So, India is the country in which most number of the rural people are still depending upon the fuel wood for the cooking purpose. Now here, according to the medical experts, this use of fuel wood, it results in lot of dangers not only to the environment but to the health of the people as well. Now what happens when this wood is used or wood is burnt for the cooking purpose? First of all, it increases the indoor air pollution as well as the outdoor. This pollution moves out and it increases the pollution outdoor also. Next is it creates lot of smoke and soot in the households. Next is it increases the indoor temperature, and certainly there is always danger of fire. So there are lots of accidents which happen when the people use wood for cooking purpose indoors. Now let us see what is the effect of burning wood on humans. In the human beings, it causes allergy and irritation of the eyes, skin irritation, respiratory problems like asthma and bronchitis, and elders show COPD disease, that is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So this disease is commonly seen in humans, and especially in that particular group of individuals who inhale this particular smoke in the houses daily. Now, what is the solution for this problem? The first solution is to create awareness amongst the people, especially women, about the danger effects of the wood as fuel. So the women of the house should be educated. They should be told what are the various dangers that they are going to face when they use the wood as fuel for the cooking purpose. Secondly, provide alternate source of fuel like LPG cylinders, biogas, solar energy panels, induction heating, etc. for the people, which are safe, economical as well as environmental friendly. Third thing which the government should do is they have to provide certain kinds of subsidies, means concessions in the money, so that the people are encouraged to use these other kinds of options like LPG cylinders, biogas, solar panels, etc. For cooking food. So by taking these steps, certainly we can reduce the dependency on the wood for the fuel purpose, and then we can decrease the environmental pollution as well as we can also decrease the diseases that are seen in the human beings because of usage of the wood for fuel. Now next, let us move to the next topic. The next topic is waste generation and management. Now what is waste? Waste is a general term used to describe any material that is discarded because it has served its purpose and no longer in use. Solid waste comprises of countless different materials like dust, food waste, packages in the form of paper, plastic, glass, discarded clothing, furniture, garden waste, radioactive waste, etc. All these materials, they constitute the waste. In the households, generally the waste is categorized into the solid waste and domestic waste. When we talk about the domestic waste, these are the various percentages of various domestic waste that is usually seen in the house. That is, vegetable matter constitutes 5 to 40%. paper is 2 to 65%, glass is 0 to 10%, and metal is 0 to 15%. So these are the various waste materials that are usually generated in a household. So children, now that you're having some free time, what you can do is each and every day just study the kind of waste materials that is generated in your houses, and you see that what all waste materials, the generation of waste. See, there's one thing which you have to understand. Management of waste is difficult than taking the steps so that the waste is not produced in the first place. So you have to think about what kinds of waste that are generated in your houses. And secondly, you see that how these waste can be reduced in production in your houses, how not to generate waste. So what all waste that need not be generated, you have to think that those waste, and you have to see that the waste are not generated any longer. Now here in this particular table, you can see various kinds of waste. The first kind of waste is a biological waste. Now, biological waste is any material that contains or has been contaminated by biohazardous agent. Biological waste include petri dishes, surgical wraps, culture tubes, syringes, needles, blood vials, also some any other kind of blood, tissue, cotton, etc. And you can understand that this waste is usually generated from the hospitals, or if at all any person who is injured in the houses, that kinds of houses also may produce for a few days these kinds of waste materials. So here you can see these are the various examples of biological waste. The next is biodegradable waste. The biodegradable waste include any organic matter like paper, vegetable peels, leftover food, etc. And these waste materials can be broken down into the simpler products like carbon dioxide, water, methane, etc. due to the microorganisms. So some kind of anaerobic digestion takes place, and these are broken down into simpler matter. So these kinds of waste materials are known as biodegradable waste, and these wastes are certainly very safe when compared with other kinds of waste materials. So these are all the biodegradable wastes that are usually generated. The third category is non-biodegradable waste, and this waste is very dangerous because this waste cannot be broken down by the microorganisms, and it takes several years, several hundreds of years to degrade these wastes. So the non-biodegradable waste include plastic products, metal products, construction waste, electronics also come under the category of non-biodegradable waste. Here you can see these are the plastic bags, so this comes under the non-biodegradable waste. The last one is e-waste. E-waste can also be clubbed under non-biodegradable, but let us discuss this separately. And e-waste also comes under toxic waste. So here the electronic waste that are this is the electronic waste in which parts of the gadgets are discarded and these are thrown. So these discarded materials from any kinds of electronic items, you can see items like computers, or you can see remotes, batteries, and also the cell phones which are no longer in use, or parts of any of the gadgets. All these, they constitute the electronic waste. So the wastes are categorized into generally these four categories. Now let us just quickly summarize what we have seen. In today's class we saw fuel wood crisis, and also we have seen the waste and the types of waste. Thank you children. Stay home, stay safe. God bless you all.